Hi, friends. Dr. Melissa here with the Impact Celebrity Summit. I am excited to share the next 40 minutes with you that will absolutely provide clarity to help you understand how you can increase almost overnight your income, your influence, and most importantly, your impact in transforming the lives of those you're here to serve with celebrity brand positioning. I mean, let's face it, it is a noisy, chaotic world out there. So how do you really cut through the noise to absolutely be seen, be heard, and be sought out as the expert you are? Well, that's what we're going to cover in this webinar. So welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm going to get ready to share my screen, so stay with me. And I'm going to go ahead and put this into present mode so that we can go slide by slide through some really great information. While we're loading this up, I want to encourage you to get out a pen and paper. I call this a working webinar. I'm going to share all the best practices with you so that by time you are done watching this, you are going to have real tangible takeaways that you can immediately implement into your own business for rapid results. So again, thank you so much for being here. Now, this is for you. I want to make sure before we go any further that the next 40 minutes is worth your time. So this is for you if you are a visionary doctor, coach, consultant, healer, health leader, or wellpreneur. You're the person that's looking for the proven path to attract your tribe, build your business, and change the world. Wow, you help more, earn more, and actually work less. I call it working smarter versus harder, while you're still out there making a positive impact in the lives that you serve. It's about creating both the business and the life you love. Now, if that sounds like you, you're going to love this webinar, so keep watching. Here are some of the things that we're going to cover so that you can expect to get some real takeaways. First, we're going to look at the essentials of your celebrity brand positioning. This is kind of that it factor that's going to actually magnetize your ideal audience directly to you and your business. Then we're going to go through the 5 Ps. Now, these are the 5 foundational pillars that absolutely every successful influencer and 7- and 8-figure brand that's truly out there being a big change agent in the world, that they apply and adhere to. And we're going to make sure that you are as well, because success leaves clues. And that's what today's all about, fast tracking you with proven principles. We're going to cover the must-have. Oh, this is essential. I'm telling you, you're going to want to watch just for this. The essential must-have celebrity phrasing that will allow you to immediately stand out among the rest for massive influence as the go-to expert. I'm going to help you immediately understand how to leverage that phrasing to truly catapult your business overnight. Then we're going to break it down and help you to know that putting together your true ecosystem for scalable reach and influence and impact is a lot easier than you think, so that you can truly be seen, be heard, and sought out as the expert that you are. So if that all sounds good, then keep watching, because maybe right now, as great as that all sounds, you're here. So let me know, drop some comments in the chat if you feel stuck right now, kind of trading dollars for hours. You're doing good, and you have a desire to do great. You're looking around and you're seeing other people, out there on the internet, out there in your community, people on television, people getting book deals, they're on summits, they're doing all these things. You see them kind of everywhere and you're saying, what are they doing that I'm not? What do they have that I don't? Why them? Why not me? I've been at this for a long time. I know that I'm here, as a change agent, transforming lives. So why do I feel stuck? Kind of like I've hit a glass ceiling. You want to go bigger, but you're just not sure how. You feel like you're doing the things that you know to do, and you feel kind of maybe at a crossroads. Like, gosh, there's this idea that in order to go bigger means that you've got to take on more, and you're just not sure how to do that. Well, if that sounds like you, I want you to know you're not alone. And I do want you to know that I'm going to be able to help you on this webinar understand how to really break through that kind of invisible glass ceiling. But I've got to be totally transparent with you. And because I believe that's the most important way to be 100% real and authentic. And in fact, you're getting pure 100% Melissa here, okay? What I'm about to share with you is not a get rich quick scheme at all. This isn't going to be about, I'm not going to tell you to go build funnels. I'm not going to go tell you to create tons of content. I'm not going to tell you to go and pimp yourself out in a way that feels anything less than fully on purpose, okay? So this also is not, hear me out, this is not for anyone just starting out. If you're brand new to the industry, this is not going to really be for you. Now, there's still great information in here, yet really what I'm talking about, it's for the seasoned health and wellness leader. You already know that people are coming to you. You already know with certainty that you help to change lives. You get results, okay? Because in order to really catapult yourself to that celebrity positioning and status at a whole other level of sought out expertise, you've already got to walk your talk. All right. You've got the grit, you've got the determination, you've put in the long hours, you've already done the grunt work. All right. So you've got a solid foundation. We've just got to tighten it up for you a bit and help you to tweak it in a way that you understand how it all works together in a streamlined fashion. So this is all about if you want to work smarter, not harder. You truly do want to go out and really scale beyond just your zip code. You've got a vision. You've got a calling from within, and you see yourself writing books, being on stages, being interviewed. You see yourself running experiential retreats. You see yourself scaling in a way that you're able to help more while still earning more. And you're truly ready to break free from that feeling of being a prisoner to your business. You value your life as well as the lives of those you serve. And you're committed and ready 100% to get out of your own way and create that balance for your bliss while making your impact for greater time, money, freedom, and impact. Okay? So let's just make sure. So if that doesn't sound like you, that doesn't resonate, then thank you for tuning in. I just really want to honor your time, because here's what I need you to know. If you are feeling stuck, if you feel like you've hit that glass ceiling, if you're looking around and saying, gosh, how are they doing it? Why them? Why not me? You know, I've got even more credentials. I've got even more hours, more years of expertise. We fall into the comparison trap, and that's normal. Yet your success is not measured by how you stack up against somebody else. Your success begins within you. And how you, the real problem isn't you, because you've got everything you need. It's your lack of proper celebrity positioning that lets you stand out. Yes, you're the expert. Yes, you're changing lives. Yes, you've put in the long hours. Yet if you're not breaking through that glass ceiling, the problem isn't you. Okay, it's just that you don't know how the pieces stack together to build that ecosystem, to create that foundational celebrity positioning that absolutely magnetizes your people to you. And that's what we're going to go over now, okay? Because once you have really the understanding of the power of celebrity positioning, then that's when things change overnight, because then you truly are able to command premium pricing. Now, again, if you are the person that you're like, look, I just want to help. I want to help as many people as possible. I get that. That's what happens when we have a service heart. We're here to give, to love, and to serve. But just because you can help everyone doesn't mean that you should help everyone. Because when we're so busy out there, you know, trying to be great for everyone, we become nothing to no one. And this is really important, because I want you to know that when you get the fact that you have a zone of genius, and we highlight that, and you stand out and you stand on that platform in a way that does allow you to clearly be seen, to be heard, and to be sought out, people are going to come. And now their perception of you is different. Now you're more of a desirable experience, person, result, outcome. You command premium prices. You are in more demand. You become mediagenic. The media all the time is looking for experts. Yet if you're not properly positioned, they're not going to see you as the expert you are. So all of a sudden, doors open, opportunities present, and you truly are out there rapidly scaling and amplifying your reach for greater income, influence, and impact. That's what it does, and that's what we're going to go through. So who am I? Why should you listen? Maybe you know me. Maybe this is our first time connecting. If it's our first time connecting, thanks for being here. And if we've known each other for a while, thank you so much for entrusting me to your growth and coming back. I'm Dr. Melissa Grohl Peterson, and for more than 20 years, I've been a sought-out celebrity doctor, success coach, and former TV personality that has been dedicated to advancing health and human flourishing across the globe. I'm most well known for helping my fellow visionary healthpreneurs, just like you, increase their income, influence, and impact through celebrity positioning. It's because of my time on the #1 television show. It's because of my time on TV, building my own brick and mortar practice, scaling it virtually, taking on stages, doing virtual summits, that I not only have done it myself, but I've been able to go out and help thousands of others just like you and I to truly create both the business and life that they love. So I want to thank you guys for being here today and just being open to hearing what can truly help you. Because I've got to be, like I said, completely transparent. And let me tell you this, today's celebrity is transparent and vulnerable and real and authentic. And we're going to talk about this in a moment. And so I'm leading by example because here's the real deal. I went from #1 rated television show. I went from what I would say the highest of the high to the lowest of the low. I went out from literally a rock star type of life every week in different cities, live television across the nation, doing massive press junkets, morning radio, morning TV, in the movies, walking the red carpet. And then it all went away. 3.5 years of a ride of my life, then it all went away. Show got canceled. Network, we got bought out. And I went back into full-time practice. And what happened was I didn't understand at that time, even though I had worked with the top branding, marketing, and PR firms. I had the opportunity to work with some of the top entertainers at the time and personalities. I didn't understand how to translate what was happening on that high level in front of the cameras to a brick and mortar. And I struggled for a while. I struggled with my identity. I struggled trying to put the pieces together. Things got really bad. I went through a divorce. We ended up selling our practice. I ended up going through a bankruptcy. I went through a lot of crap. It was a tough time. And, that it's interesting when you're going through it, there's things of guilt and shame and blame and embarrassment, and feeling like, wait, how did I get here? I've got these titles. I've achieved these great things. This isn't supposed to happen to me. I'm not supposed to be like this because I'm supposed to be a leader for others. And it took a long time to grapple with that. And yet I was not going to give up. I made mistakes and I did hit that low of the low. And I self-sabotaged for a minute. And then I said, whoa, it's time to get back up. I know there's a way. I'm a smart woman. I'm going to put the pieces together. And so then I went out and I started to, what was interesting, and maybe you've experienced this, is I went and I sought out the experts in each lane. I'm like, I got to figure out marketing. I got to figure out funnels. I've got to figure out branding. I've got to figure out PR. I've got to figure out how to pitch the media. I've got to figure out how to write my book. I went through all of these separate lanes. And, I've got to figure out how to scale my business. I've got to figure out how to make more money each month. And so I went to all these different mentors, all these different coaches, all these different masterminds, invested probably in total well over $100,000 over the course of several years. And what was interesting is that each person looked through their lens, okay? So nobody was putting it all together. And here's the interesting thing, is that our business is exactly like our life and our health. You and I, our clients that come to work with us, we are all part of a complex system. Everything happening out around us is a series of inputs into the system, right? So whether it's our physical health system, physical, mental, emotional body, the inputs are impacting our expression of health, vitality, well-being. If it's our business, it's all these series of inputs coming into the business system, right, that produce an output. And experts would have us think it's just one thing. You and I know, especially as health and wellness leaders, transformation is never just one thing. Right? It's a series of these inputs and how they all work together as collaborative components to create an outcome. And it was when I looked at it through that holistic mechanism that I saw how all the pieces came together. And that's when it was a huge game changer. So it wasn't about the Melissa method. It was about success leaving clues across these different areas of these different pieces, but yet the bigger map was how it all interconnected together. And so what I'm going to share with you in this webinar are the foundational 5 pillars of the interconnectedness, that when we understand these essential 5s, then that's when these are true game changers that go out into several buckets that make this amazing expression of our influence, of our income, of our impact. It's when we are truly living our purpose on purpose. So the 5 essential shifts must be made. So as we go through these, you're going to just check in and say, am I doing this? Do I understand this? And if I'm not, then please mark it down. That's the action that you want to take, okay? Because when you make these, that's when you're going to be able to literally go as much as 10x your influence, income, and impact almost overnight, okay? And it's so much easier than you think. When you're going out and working with individual experts, they would have you think it's that one thing. And so you go full in on that one thing, and yet it feels like everything else starts to take a back seat. And it starts to feel complicated and complex. So I'm going to show you how you create an ecosystem that truly it repurposes and rebuilds upon itself. So when you have one core foundational platform, it will literally grow and thrive. So we're going to talk about that, okay? And here's the exciting thing, gang. So I want to tell you right now, what I've done is a lot of what you're going to hear in this. So this is a short webinar today. If you want to do a deep dive in really dissecting kind of these different areas that we're going to talk about today, then please go over to impactcelebritysummit.com for free. This is a free 2-day summit that I've put on with some of the leading experts, best-selling authors, leading healthpreneurs across these different lanes. And I help to tie it all together. And really, it all flows with the 5 Ps that we're covering today. It all flows with helping you to truly unlock and fully express your true impact factor through celebrity positioning. So you can be mediagenic, so you can be sought out as the expert you are. Okay, so let's continue. So here are the 5 Ps. This is what we're going to go through step by step: perception, personality, purpose, people, and profits. All right? So you've heard it. We know it. We're health and wellness leaders. We ascribe to this. We truly understand that perception does create reality, right? Perception creates reality. What we think about, we bring about. You've all heard it. You've all said it. So this is really important when it comes to your celebrity positioning. People are going to make a judgment about you, whether you like it or not. We all do it. We don't mean to. We'd like to be judgment-free, yet there is this surface level perception, and then there's a deeper. So there's kind of surface affinity, and there's a deeper level affinity. And so surface level is our look. Right? What is the look that when people see us, what are they perceiving about us? So what is the perception that they see when they see our physical? Are we physically expressing our mission, our message? Are we walking our talk? Are we showing up and looking the part? Are we then showing up and speaking the part? Are we delivering the part, right? Are we talking about it and being about it? So where perception becomes absolutely essential. And if you take nothing else away from this webinar, this is the jam right here. Perception is where you get to set the tone, because the question becomes, how do you want to be perceived? Celebrity is perception. Now listen, I'm not suggesting that you go out and you fake it till you make it. Not at all. Again, this is for you only if you've already done your work. If you haven't done your work, if you don't get results, if you're just brand new and you're not sure yet, you've got to go spend some time. You've got to actually have certainty that you deliver results. You have to have certainty and confidence in yourself, in your abilities as a business owner, as a provider, as a coach, as a resource. So let's assume that you've got that. I'm assuming that already if you're still watching this. So the question becomes, in order to break through that glass ceiling, in order for it to be you and them instead of why them, not me, okay, so how is it you and them? How do you go out there and be sought out? Well, it's perception. So how do you want to be perceived by your ideal client? So you get to tell the world who you are. You get to show the world who you are. You don't sit back and wait for somebody to go, oh, you're really awesome. I want to show everybody who you are. Mm-mm. Celebrities, the people out there that are the big game changers, the people out there that are doing 7 and 8 figures, the people that are running nonprofits, the people that are changing lives at a scalable level, they're showing up, they're talking about it, they're being about it, they are showing the world who they are. So here's the simple phrase. Remember, I told you this in the beginning. This is the one thing that's worth it all. To begin to pre-frame and set your celebrity positioning, it comes through some simple precision of language. It's all in the statement that would precede you. So let's go back for a moment. You're getting ready to go on stage in front of hundreds of your ideal client, but they've never heard from you. They don't know you yet. They've never seen you. This is their first experience with you. So what is it that you would want them to know? How would you want to be introduced to this audience that would already open them up, that would already have them leaning in and going, man, I can't wait to learn from this person. This person is the expert. So what is it that you would want them to know? How would you want to be introduced? Here's a simple phrase, a simple formula that sets that tone. Just fill in the blank to this. Your name is known as the most sought after, insert your superpower or impact factor, okay? He or she is famous or most well known for, so they can. Now, the really nice thing is during this webinar, you're going to see a button below that will allow you to download the slide deck. So if you're looking at this, you're going to be able to download it so that you can get this. Everything's got clickable links. Everything I'm talking about, this is yours, available, totally my gift to you, for watching. So this is probably something you're going to want to download so you can really play with this, because there's a few more slides that are going to help you unpack this. So you heard me explain this to you in the beginning. Now look, I use this exact same formula. And here it is, gang. Dr. Melissa, sought out celebrity doctor, success coach, former TV personality. That's been dedicated to, right? She is most well known for, right? So they can, look over here, so they can help more, earn more. So use this when you download these notes as kind of a template. And then you just go through and play with it and insert this. And then you're going to go put this on all of your social media and your website. You're going to put this in key places so that there's continuity and congruency with your messaging, who you are, who you help, and the outcomes you deliver. So here's a fun way to kind of play with it. You can go through this. Again, this is going to be in the downloadable notes. I'm just going to kind of skip over this right now. Okay, so first is that perception. Then once we help to pre-frame the perception that we are the person they want to hear from, then we're going to actually build a bond through personality. Your brand, which is you, is got a personality, right? So some brands are empowering, some are scientific, some are funny, some are supportive. This is a great example. Think about Oprah and Gary Vee. Very different, right? You would never hear Oprah cursing, okay? If she were, that's very off personality. It's very off brand. So it's about consistently showing up, being who you are, sharing your authentic personality. And it is through that personality that you now deliver what is called value in advance. You're going to begin to go out. And the real thing is, and we really break this down, I cover a little bit of it in the summit under the art of storytelling. But in our Impact Celebrity Method program and our Impact Celebrity Incubator experiential weekends, we do a deep dive, helping you to identify your there's 3 core messages. You'll hear Roz talk about this in her interview that we do. Your brand should have 3 fundamental messages, okay? And it's really about what they want. So your message isn't about you, it's about them. Your ideal audience is always the hero of the story, but you as a brand have a personality that's going to deliver value. You're going to deliver solutions before these people ever pay you money. So they absolutely know that you are the real deal, and you're going to help them to understand, these 3 core essential pillars. So for example, mine is that you've got a story. You've got, and I call it the DNA story, and I use this through whether I'm talking to my audience of women or to my audience of healthpreneurs. You've got a story. Your message matters, and if you don't have your message right, you're never going to pass go. You're never going to pass get $200, right? Our old Monopoly game. My second core message is that you will be able to share your message and cut through the noise when you exercise celebrity positioning. And my third principle is that you do have a calling. You are here with a purpose to live your purpose on purpose. And when you're doing that, when you're showing up and doing that consistently, then you're making your impact in the world. Then the money comes. Then you're sharing your influence. So those are my three core messages, and I share it, and I've got teachable strings that go into that each place I go. So because for you, my healthpreneur, I've got to make sure you got your message right. Because if you don't have your message right, you're never going to be, your ideal audience will never know you're the person for them. Then once you've got your right message, right? So I'm going to teach you all about that. And I talk about it on the summit. Then from there, I'm going to teach you how to really position yourself, how to pitch the media, how to stand out, how to be sought after, how to get those invites and invitations, how to position yourself like we're talking about right now in such a way that everything is congruent and it's an automatic, unconscious yes with your audience. So I'm teaching you how to now break through that glass ceiling, because when you do this, you're going to make more money. You're going to change more lives. You're going to have that balance. And these are things that we want as healthpreneurs, right? Because we've been burning ourselves out. We've been stretching ourselves too thin for too long, for too little, right? And then my third is truly helping you because you are purpose-driven, because you do have a big heart and you do have a big calling. And I'm going to help you understand how to consistently live that, be that, and do your big work in the world. You have three core pillars. You have three core messages that your audience needs to hear. Okay, so it's all about building that bond, offering value in advance, and delivering through those consistent messages. Showing up, sharing your personality, being real, being willing to be in front of those people, because they're never going to know that you exist if you don't get out there. But you don't want to just throw spaghetti at the wall and hope something sticks. You want to show up with purpose on purpose. You want to show up with an end goal in mind. So if that end goal is, I want people to enroll in a program. I want them to buy my book. I want them to come to an event. I want them to share this video. Whatever. There's always an end result. So we always start with the end in mind. We show up very intentionally. That's what when you get to celebrity status, you're not just faking it till you make it. You're not muddling through. You're showing up with intention, and you're showing up with consistency, and you are sharing your substance in such a whole way that your frequency resonates out and just magnetizes your people to you. It is the coolest freaking thing. It's so much fun. Now, pillar number 3 is your purpose, okay? And your purpose is rooted in your why. The purpose for a client coming to you is rooted in their why. So when you can align yours with theirs, that's when magic happens. So please, if you're going out and chasing a paycheck, then please stop watching this video right now. Because true impact makers are called to live their purpose on purpose. And it is that drive, that desire, that calling that gets you out of bed. It's that calling that keeps you expanding and open and curious and learning, always having a beginner's mind, always realizing there's more ways that you can receive more so you can share more. And when you're living your purpose on purpose, you feel full, you feel joyful, you feel inspired. And here's the deal, my friend. You and I are health and wellness leaders. We are true change agents, and we help to elicit change by being the change. So we have to walk our talk. We have to show up and show what is possible. Okay? And when you can come from that space for you, you will feel work won't be work, right? You will just be in your flow, truly, beyond words. So then we go to pillar 4, which is your people. Who are your people? I say it often, okay? When you try to be everything to everyone, hear me out, you become nothing to no one. You water yourself down. You literally spread out your greatness. You are here with greatness and a calling. You have a zone of genius, and it is your job to carefully curate that and express that and honor the people that you are most here to serve. Other people are going to come, and that's great. You can help them too, but you're not going to go out and try to talk to everybody and be everything to everyone. You're going to go to your people that you feel most called to serve, that are they don't drain you, they energize you. You love it. You just feel so full when you see them have their breakthroughs, when you see light bulbs come on, when you see results unfold. And your people, your true people, see the value in you. So just think about that for a moment. Why do they come? Where are they spending money? Who are your most ideal people? You may have 10, condense it down to 5, then from 5 to your top 3, run your numbers, run your stats, ask questions, get curious. If you don't know who they are, if you don't know why they're coming, then ask, why are you here? What's the most important thing that I can support you with? What's the number one outcome you want? And most importantly, why do you want it? When you ask a few questions, when you look at your numbers, you start to drill it down and you will see the patterns. You will hear the patterns. You will notice that even out of your top 3, there's one that stands out among the rest. That's your person. That's your place. Resonate from there. You create your celebrity position to convert clients by being where your clients are. So when you know your who, simultaneously you're thinking, great, where are they? Because I need them to see, I need them to interact and to know that I'm the person for them. And those are the key places that you intentionally want to be positioned as the celebrity that you are. You want your expertise seen, and you want to pre-frame, remember. So you want them to see the pictures, you want them to see the words, you want everything to be a match that congruently aligns and lets them know that's the person for me. Now, it's super important. I need you to realize there is a true process for any of us as consumers, whether we're coming in for healthcare, whether we're going to go buy a new car, whether we're going to go take a trip, or even a new restaurant that we're going to try out. There is a process that we all go through. And in marketing, business marketing, it's called the know, like, and trust factor, the law of familiarity. So at an unconscious level, right, we make purchasing decisions based on our emotion from the limbic system of the brain, our why, what we think this is going to do for us or give us or say about us. So even if we look information up, even if we like the way something looks, we look at it through our own cognitive biased lens. Does this look like a match to me? Does this look like what I'm looking for? Does this feel like where I want to be? Does this represent where I want to go? What I think, who I think I am. So when you really think about your ideal client and you think about that end result where they want to go, and you as that celebrity expert that can help them get from where they're at to where they want to go, this funnel represents the journey that they're going to go through. And only 1% to 2% of people that come online at any given moment are ready to make a purchase decision. So that other 98%, it can take a minimum of 3 to 6 months. They're going to go through this process, and this is why we consistently show up. Now that can feel like, oh my gosh, I've got to do all this stuff. I've got to write blogs. I've got to do videos. I've got to create content. I've got to do talks. I've got to always show up and show up. And I'm just trying to see people and change lives. And I don't love doing all that. I love working with my people. I get it. So the ecosystem is about really getting a foundational core that you can repurpose again and again to attract, to help people know who you are so they can decide to begin to explore and bond through that personality to decide if they like you. And then as your people begin to bond, then they decide that they trust you. That's when you get a lead. That's when somebody's going to start to raise their hand. They're going to click, they're going to like, they're going to share. They're going to take action on your call to action. Okay? So again, start with the end in mind. I mentioned this a few moments ago. What are the results that you want? So you've got a big why. So you're going to match your why with theirs. Okay? So what do you want? How much money do you want to make? How many hours do you want to work? Where are the places you want to travel? How many lives do you want to change, right? So when you start to think about your big why, even if you're here and where you want to go is way up here, then we think about it, we're going to chunk it and go, great, so if this is where I want to be, let me reverse engineer. What are some of those key essential things that would need to happen for me to get there? What are some of the key things I would need to do with my people that are coming in now? So maybe if you're doing single services, now it's time. Celebrity positioning dictates that you increase your pricing, that you position yourself as a premium brand. You're never going to see Gucci offering their, their products for under $100 and putting things on sale, because that would devalue their brand. People, the perception of results, the more we pay, the more we think something is worth, okay? It's just kind of how the brain works. So what results do you want? What do your people want? Align them up so that you can deliver a premium program that delivers. They want an immediate win. Even if this process is going to take months and they're going to work with you for months, they need an immediate win. So your program should have an immediate, short-term, and long-term gain. What's that immediate win they're going to get? What's going to happen within 30 days? And what's going to happen over that long-term trajectory? When you become a celebrity positioned expert and authority, you understand this and you are delivering this consistently through your different mediums. So we're going to go past that. We've already talked about this. And again, we've talked about this. Celebrity positioning commands higher prices, and it's going to bring the people in that actually want to put the skin in the game. They want the result. So yes, maybe you're not going to see as many, but the people that you see at a higher price point are engaged because they're investing in the outcome. And that's a huge shift mentally. And I want you to also realize this from a marketing standpoint. It costs the same amount of money to acquire a client for a $10,000 or $20,000 program as it does to acquire somebody for a $100 service. So it's how much energy are you putting out? And again, celebrity positioning dials you in to smarter versus harder, towards efficiency, towards bringing all of the cooperative components into this resonance whole in your ecosystem. So again, I just spoke about the why kind of behind the buy. The why is always the reason somebody's going to say yes to you. If you do not fully understand your ideal client's motivation strategy, really what they want, but most importantly, why they want it, then that may be, you may be missing the mark, and that's going to keep you from breaking through that glass ceiling. It's going to keep you from truly establishing that celebrity positioning and presence that magnetizes people to you. So if that's another thing I want you just to look at and check in on, are you really fully grasping their why? I want to lose weight. Okay, why? Because I want to wear my new jeans. That's not the real why, folks. Well, why are the new jeans important to you? Well, because I think I'll look good in them. Well, why is that important to you? Because if I'm looking better, I'm going to feel better. Well, why is it important to you to feel better? Because, if I'm really feeling good in my skin again, then I feel like I'm going to be super attractive to my spouse. And our marriage has really been struggling. And I think it's because of my weight. That's the why. So if you're not digging deep enough, please keep digging. Get to the heart and the soul. Okay? So because that's the why is what would they need to believe about you? What do they need to believe about you to perceive you as the celebrity that you are, as the expert that you are? What do they need to believe about you in order to take action, to say yes to the invitation that you give them? You're going to meet them in their space. Where are they at? Online, offline. Where are they at locally? Where are their meetup groups? Where are their organizations? Where are they hanging out? Where are they at online? What type of groups are they in on social media? What type of pages do they follow? What type of books are they reading? What type of resources are they going to? Because those are the places that you can position yourself to be seen, to be heard, and to be sought out. Okay. And so as we come to this, really your people are always the hero of your story. And, again, your message to connect with them, your core elements like that we talked about a little bit ago, your core elements establish your personality. They connect with your people so that you can drive profits and you will deliver. Your ecosystem is super simple. When you Establish your 3 core elements. You then plug those into a talk, much like what I'm doing with you today. And you're going to deliver that talk first and foremost in your local area. You want to do it with people, with human beings, so you can see real-time feedback expressions. When are they leaning in? When are they zoning out? Where are their questions? What do they want more of? What seemed to just fall flat? So then you tweak and you tweak and you optimize. Once you are consistently bringing in leads locally, because I want you to make money first, and we teach you all about this through our Impact Celebrity Method, is how you actually go out and you consistently start to generate $10,000 to $20,000 a month easily just through local talks of additional business on top of whatever you're already doing, okay? And then when is the next phase of business that you want to start to actually look at bringing in systems, bringing in support? When is it time to scale? When is it time to do video? When is it time to pitch the media? When is it time to do things like automated advertising and marketing campaigns? Not in the beginning, not if you don't have your core message right, not if you're not out there consistently drawing in at least 20K a month, okay? So, so you go from local talks to virtual presence. And that's where we then teach you how to break all this stuff down, how to repurpose it, how to take one talk, how to put it into a webinar, how to take a webinar, put it into 3 to 5 videos, then how to run retargeting campaigns. But we start simply. We start locally. We start where it doesn't have to cost you a cent, and you get absolute business, and you leverage the celebrity positioning to upgrade and up-level your status in your local community. And then we help to scale that virtually. And everything has one simple call to action. So what it's all about, gang, is when you understand your 5 pillars, then you deliver those starting with one core message. You've got that story. You've got your people that you've got to connect with to position yourself in a way that really will allow you to go make your impact. So you start with one message that you can then chunk down into multiple repurposed solutions. And this ultimately builds and repurposes and expands your own ecosystem. So here's what I want you to think about. If we give it more of the same, we get more of what we've already got. Now, if you're happy with where you're at, fantastic. I celebrate you and I say, that's awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. Yet, if you are on any level feeling that call to go even bigger, to serve in a more expansive way, in a more authentic and purpose-driven way, where you are giving and loving and serving and sharing and receiving, because it's not just all about the give, the love, the serve. The true balance, like if you're truly in aligned balance, then you are prosperous and you are healthy and you are wealthy. As you give, you are receiving, okay? And if there is a breakdown, if you are hitting a glass ceiling, if you feel like, gosh, I'm doing good things and I know there's more, then I really want to give you today an invitation, first and foremost, to join us for free on the 2-day Impact Celebrity Summit over at impactcelebritysummit.com. When you get these notes, that has a clickable link. It'll take you right over to it. More importantly, if you're like, Melissa, I love listening and I understand that I really need to focus up. I've got the potential and I just need to absolutely, just like my clients come in to work with me to get the results they want, I'm ready to raise my hand and say, I need to work with you to get the results that I want. I have a vision and I need that accountability. I need that direction and I need that straight path that will allow me to expedite in as little as 90 days the full trajectory of my business and my long-term sustainable impact. You're here to leave a legacy. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to make the mistake that I made. I thought I was somehow supposed to do it on my own. And that led me on the fast track to bankruptcy and burnout. You don't have to go down that route. You don't have to feel embarrassed. You don't have to feel like you're an amazing change agent. You're not here to necessarily be the brander and the marketer and the PR. It's okay. That's why we have each other. That's why we're here for one another. Together we rise. Together we grow. Together we change the world. So If you do want to dive in immediately because you're like, great, I'm going to check out the summit, and I know right now that I'm ready to get things going for me at a whole other level, then my gift to you, just because you've watched this today and because I get it, I love it. If you're there, like if that's you, only respond to this if that's truly you. If you're not there yet, then please don't. Simply because I honor your time as well as mine, and it's strictly if you're ready. Then I want to give you a complimentary one-on-one celebrity positioning call. And I am personally going to work with you, and I'm going to, over the 30 to 45 minutes that we're together, I'm going to break down and give you an actual plan. I'm going to help you to see where the holes in your bucket are and how to immediately create that foundational platform with your message for your people so you can be positioned in the right way to go out and increase your income, your influence, and your impact. If that's what you want, then it's up to you to say yes to your success. And all you have to do is go to impactcelebritymethod.com. Over at impactcelebritymethod.com, it's just an application form. All it does is it asks a few questions and it takes you to my calendar. Okay, so you answer a few questions, you're going to go to my calendar, you get to pick a time that works for you. We are going to get on a conference call together, and we're going to spend about 45 minutes, and I promise you, you leave with a plan. You leave with a plan, okay? And that's my gift to you, because I've been where you are. And I'm not done. None of us are ever done. There's always new levels, okay? And yet it doesn't have to feel like, oh, I'm never going to get there. It's truly when you own your own awesome, when you're living it and showing up and being it, even though there's still new places to go and new heights to expand to, the adventure is meaningful and purposeful and joyful, and every day you feel energized instead of drained. Every day is like just, you're excited to get up. Prosperity flows, your health and your vitality is on point. You are living your purpose on purpose, in balance, for bliss. And that's the real deal. It is the real deal, and it's here for you. So listen, I want to say thank you so much. This has been a phenomenal webinar with you guys. Again, you can get these notes. You can just click below and download those. The slides right here have clickable links, so you can click right over. You can get that free 45-minute strategy call with me. Of course, come visit our summit. That's super fun. Lots of great interviews, lots of great content over there. And it's just been an honor and a joy. So take action. Don't just listen to this. Really, wherever out of those 5 Ps you saw an opportunity to go in and enhance your own positioning, your own bond, right? To share your personality, to connect with your people, to deliver the results that they want and need, aligning your why and their why for greater purpose, so that then the profits expand and you go out and do your big work. Well, that's what it's all about. So take action now. Thanks for tuning in. And from my heart to yours, I am here in limitless expression of gratitude and abundance. And now, my friend, it's your turn to go make your impact. I'm Dr. Melissa. Take care.